All right, Sunday. Welcome to Sunday's Sudden Victory, where we recap the weekend's hottest action. I noticed that this has become a very popular idea, so if you're a true diehard, welcome to the third wrestling podcast of Sunday evening. Roy and I,
The original
right,
evening.
right. This is the the original Sunday Sudden Victory, right? There's been a few imposters out there this evening, but this is the February 1st edition. Again, welcome, like, and subscribe. I'm one of your hosts, Ralph Nyberg, alongside my brother, Roy. We intend to bring you the quick recap of the action that we got to see this weekend, and then we also have our special feature, Rumblers and Tumblers. I'm trying to clear my chat. Oh, I was able to do that. How are you doing tonight, Roy?
I'm good. I just got back this morning from the robot tournament, and we did pretty well. I was in Salt Lake City, and yeah, that's it. I was following wrestling on my phone, and then I was able to watch the Oklahoma State Iowa State duel this afternoon, and while I was also catching up on the other things.
Yeah, I was able to watch a fair amount of Big Ten action, so there was a lot of interesting and fun duels over the course of the weekend. So, all right. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready. Are you ready, Roy?
Ready, let's go.
All right, rock and roll. We will not take 3 hours. So what we're going to talk about, first we'll start off at 57 kilograms with Roy's recap, move on to my recap of the weekend, quick recap on what happened in the great state of Michigan, and then we'll hit everyone's favorite Rumblers and Tumblers, and no Humblers, no appellate court this weekend. There were some potential bumblers, but I decided to...
There were plenty of bumblers.
There were plenty of bumblers, but like... I get accused of being biased, so I decided to let the bumblers bumbler without being called out for it. Awesome, Roy. What's happening? Give us the recap.
All right. Well, Stanford got their momentum back. They beat Cal Poly like 43-3, something like that. And that was great. Columbia beat Cornell and Arizona State.
Yeah.
We'll say more about that later. But by my math, they've beat Princeton, they beat Penn, they beat Cornell. They're the Ivy champs. I don't know when I read that the last time they beat Cornell was 1986, which is probably before a lot of our audience was born, 40 years ago.
Right.
The last time they won the Ivies, I don't know. And that's going to be an interesting little tournament they have with like 5 teams. I think, is it just 5? It's Penn, Brown, Columbia, Harvard,
Princeton,
Cornell, Princeton. Okay, 6 teams, and they might be the favorite to win that tournament too.
Yeah, and it's super impressive because I can name multiple guys on Penn's team. I could name multiple guys on Cornell's team. I could name multiple guys on Arizona State, but I don't know that I can name multiple guys on Columbia. So
right.
So it is they're
they'll start getting little hashtag with a number next to their name soon because they've been doing really well.
As Coach Manning says, building, not buying, baby. Getting it done. All right, what else?
Minnesota beats Iowa. Rough year. Iowa's got 4 losses. Only one other time in Tom Brand's tenure have they lost 4 times in one season, and they don't have an easy schedule the rest of the way, so they might be breaking a record for losses this year. At least under the Brand's tenure. Oklahoma State runs through Iowa State. They sprinted out the gate, won the first 6 or 7 matches.
Yeah.
And a lot of those were considered toss-ups. It was already out of hand before they got to the Iowa State, 97 heavyweight.
Yeah,
but even that,
Dean won at 84 too. So they took the last 3.
Right, but if you're thinking like looking at the team score and you're like, well, Iowa State's going to win in 97 in heavyweight for sure. But then it started getting to like 17-0, and then I was like, okay, this is out of hand. And Gabe Arnold continues to be the most interesting man in Division I wrestling.
Yeah, Gabe's...
I don't always win, but when I wrestle, it goes to sudden victory.
Yes. Yeah, Gabe's been a fun watch this year. For sure. Yep. No, the Iowa thing, the Empire Strikes Back. We got to Return of the Jedi real quick. It's like, whoa, okay, all right, yeah, cool. My recap. First, AJ's living rent free in the wrestling community's head. AJ wrestled a completely mundane, boring match, and then did the same thing he does after every match. And 50% of the comments this weekend, all in a great weekend of wrestling, and 50% of the comments on X are related to people's opinions about whether AJ should do the splits or not.
Mm-hmm.
So AJ's coaches can't even keep him from doing the splits. So do you think Ben Askren or Scott Sentes or Adam Tirapelli is going to convince AJ that he shouldn't do the splits? I mean, come on. Like, it's just so funny how he's just, and you know what? I mean, it just shows you the power of the brand that he's created.
Yeah.
That everybody is like building engagement off AJ's name. Hashtag AJ and you're going to get like 10,000 views, right? I mean, like, and so everybody's just leveraging that to have some opinion on like how AJ should manage his brand when he is larger than all of them probably combined in terms of social media activity. So anyway, thought that was kind of funny. I say
it was not just opinions though. I just want to jump in. That clip is also the most edited and added effects to. And here it is slowed down. I mean, that clip has been the most played clip I've seen.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's like the same thing he does every week.
Right.
It's like, there's nothing unusual about what AJ did this weekend. He won a really low scoring match and then he did the splits. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's just funny. Oklahoma State's very good. I'm super interested to see how well they do at the tournament. You know, they have a lot of guys who have not experienced loss. I think it might not be a horrible idea to lose a match at some point in time for some of those guys, but maybe not. But super interesting, almost as interesting as Gabe Arnold are the Oklahoma State freshmen and what they will do at the tournament. PJ Duke fails to be a 4-time undefeated champion, which I'm sure has shocked all of the Penn State faithful that actually happened.
The Kale tax.
Yeah.
Out of respect, you have to lose a match.
But Oklahoma State University still has at least 4 kids that are potential 4-time undefeated champions. I guess Penn State's got one too, right? Blaze.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that was like, Lillidaw was going to be a 4-time undefeated champion. I remember Ben said that Connor Mirasola was going to be a 4-time undefeated champion if they let him redshirt. He doesn't even start. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of delusion in that community about how incredibly difficult it is.
Yeah.
I mean, David Taylor won 2. Jordan Burroughs won 2 championships. Just winning 4 is crazy. But undefeated 4 is a unicorn, right? All right. Quick recap. Michigan got the big W against Northwestern University. So Seidel got a major for Northwestern. Spidell, to kick off the duel, and then Michigan won the next 9. Battled pretty good against Ohio State. It's a fun duel to watch. Cannon's out. Styles was out. So there were a few backups for Oklahoma State, but Tay Gagliardi, he got the victory over Feldman. So super interesting how those heavyweights, trade. Hey, Jason. So JB in the house.
Nice.
So, but it's super interesting how those heavyweights are trading victories and things. So AJ's losing to Feldman, Gagliardi's beaten, and then AJ beat Gagliardi. I don't know. It's going to be a fun heavyweight match for sure. And so, one of the Bowman. So Bowman won. Good duel. Michigan's right into form. Like I said, on a run. Michigan's got some All-Americans in that lineup. Jesse Mendez looked really good. I think he teched Ragusin. And so Ohio State continues to look really good. Not a wrestler in the house. He says Oklahoma State is great. They underperformed his 60-0 prediction. I'd have taken
Yeah,
those odds
room to grow.
for sure. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, there's been a lot of wrestling podcasts, but this is the original Sunday sudden victory. MSU took a loss to Indiana, and then they beat Northwestern. So 22-20 over at Jennison Fieldhouse today. So GVSU. What's that?
Good for MSU.
Yeah, right. Go Sparty.
Yeah.
And then the GVSU women and men were off. All right. Roy, why don't you go and tell us about rumblers and tumblers?
All right, rumblers and tumblers. Rumbler is somebody or a team or a coach who is moving up in the spiritual rankings, meaning that if they were thought of as an A8, now we're thought of thinking that they might be a finalist. If they were a fringe like person, now they're in the AA conversation. Sometimes we've been putting coaches and teams on the rumblers and tumblers. So if a team is on the rumbler list, that means they are either coming out of nowhere to be maybe a top 20 team, or moving from top 20 kind of team to top 10, or from top 10 to trophy. And then coaches is kind of like how their team is doing, I guess. A tumbler is the opposite. Somebody who is kind of not performing at a level of where the conversation was about how we think they'll finish. So if they were like thinking they're going to be a finalist, now we're looking that maybe they're not going to, or they'll be a low AA or something like that.
Yeah, excellent. And it extends to freestyle also, or RAF, or things like that. So anywhere where we find people who are on a roll or maybe not, for sure. All right. So one of the things is we commit to anyone who's listed as a rumbler or tumbler to follow them throughout the season. So this is our accountability check-in, not necessarily their accountability check-in. So I'll go ahead and go over the rumblers, and you can go over the tumblers. But so Minto had a interesting match with Levi Haynes. He ended up losing 6-8, but you certainly feel like he's still in that All-American contention, and like
still a rumbler.
Yeah,
he got the first takedown.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he looked good. Looked like he got tired, but like he looked good. Vega got a big W over Echemindia. We did not predict that. Not a wrestler did. He had the pin, but we did not. But super. Oh, he's just really excellent with his defense, and he's got those little hooks. Like just like grabs a leg, he does some things, and he's wins. Ryder Block lost to number 26 Roberts. Biskins lost to number 10 Guy. Actually, we got Jason Bryant here, so how do we pronounce that, Jason? Give us a phonetic on Guy. And
Guys should be on our rumbler list.
Yes,
because he beat Valencia too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a potential rumbler for sure. And Biskins is still rumbling. That's not a bad loss at all, like we said. Yeah, for sure. Guy. That's Guy. Yeah. So Braxton Amos did take a loss to number 3 Feldman, as we said, but he looked good. Feldman is the master of the late 3. I think just when the other guy thinks it's going to overtime, Feldman's like, oh no, I'm going to snatch that low single and run behind you. So Columbia crushing. So holy cow. So big wins. Certainly the big win over Cornell. And Arizona State. Wow.
So in the beginning of the season, when you saw a try scheduled with Cornell, Arizona State, and Columbia,
right?
You're thinking Columbia is there so that everyone can get a win,
Right.
They won the try.
That's super impressive. And D. Lockett had a big weekend. He had to really pull it out on Friday, and then he was very dominant today. And I know we make fun of him for scoring points every now and then, but like he was scoring today for sure. Looked really good doing it. All right, what about our tumblers, Roy?
All right. Well, AJ, he got the win versus Penn State and the aforementioned splits With the clips. We'll show all the clips and stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Zach Ryder hurt his shoulder, so he was actually not in the duel today versus Iowa State. Turns out they didn't need him, and actually the backup wrestled pretty good against Isaac Dean. So that's TBD. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, and he can still, um, wrestle this season at 100%. Antrell Taylor beat PJ Duke, so PJ Duke takes his first loss. Um, some controversy in that match over like what's a takedown and what's not a takedown. I guess we
Right.
can break down film on Wednesday, but the result is Antrell Taylor wins, has the exact same record this year as he had last year when he was national champ at this point last year. Bailey, oof, 11-1 loss to Vambar.
Yeah, that was tough.
There's not much to say. Oh, that's tough. And Van D lost to Blaze. I didn't see that one. What happened
At
there?
5-2, it's a tough match. I mean, he wrestled well. I mean,
Okay.
he's he's on the Tumblr list just because that weight is so tough. And it's going to be
Oh
hard.
yeah.
It's hard for him to All American, but he's not wrestling bad this year at all. I mean, it's just that there's just too many guys at 133. It's like it's quite the logjam of a league.
So Forrest and Seidel entering just changed the conversation.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, Ayala gets tech fall. He's such a tough one to like. He's got like a 500 record, and every once in a while he looks like a NCAA finalist, but he's got a 500 record. And Tom Brands, as we mentioned, Iowa takes their fourth loss of the season, tying a Tom Brands 10-year record. And
yeah,
with tough duels, it's I mean the future's unknowable, but they got some tough duels, so they might break the record this year for losses.
yeah. The pitchforks are out for sure. I don't know, and like I don't know. There's a lot of people piling on the Brands brothers, but
Yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. All right, Roy. Who is your Rumbler or Rumblers?
Rumblers. Gabe Arnold. I'm committed to following him at whatever weight he wrestles. It just has interesting matches, even if they are low scoring and sudden victory. Um, so Gabe Taylor, Antrell Taylor. I
Ooh,
just think he's got that eye of the tiger going right now, and people haven't really been talking about him like he's the defending national champ, but he's the defending national champ, and I think that people need to
a little
remember
respect
that.
on that name.
Right.
Yeah, so he's going straight out of no appellate court needed. He's just going tumbler to rumbler. You're just gonna like forward him to the. I think that's
Yeah, no
fair,
color. Did he just beat PJ Duke? Come on.
right? All right, awesome. So my rumbler is Oklahoma State. They
Yeah.
are. They're doing. I mean, they're doing amazing things, and it's super fun to see like a Fab Five type freshman scenario where you get just this this youthful exuberance, and like they just don't have any idea like how to lose. And I mean, obviously we were gonna follow Oklahoma State anyway, but definitely super interested in like all the whole team, but certainly the freshmen. And I was just super impressed with the way they came out and just you know got the victories and dominated. So that's my rumbler for the week. My
And
tumbler for the. Go ahead.
I just want to say, like top to bottom, they're such an interesting team. Like
Yeah.
even Kuderski,
Yeah. Right.
the kind of season he's had, how much he's like been in the conversation of like good moments, which we should mention. He got a good upset win today.
Yeah, he did great.
Um,
Right.
yeah.
For sure. We didn't pick that
Every-
either.
Yep, everybody on that team is like interesting.
My tumbler's Braden Davis. Again,
Mm.
he's had, I don't know. So he was the number one seed his freshman year,
Right.
right? At 25, and then end up going 1 and 2 or didn't All American. Came back last year. He did get the All American. Now he's up a weight again, and then took a loss to Brock Hardy, which isn't. I mean, Brock Hardy's a returning finalist, but like he's just not showing the maturity level that makes me confident that he's going to be able to AA. I mean, they Penn State had a lot of great momentum on the backside last year.
Mhm.
You know, when they all like didn't make the finals, but then wrestled back and like had a great Saturday morning. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Tough weight class, up a weight. I just don't think that. I don't think he's going to put it together in All American this year. So, my thoughts. All right, who's
Okay.
your Tumblr, Roy?
My Tumblr, first, Brock Hardy.
What?
Yeah.
You got to explain that.
Braden Davis was taking him down. I think he took him down twice.
That did happen.
Brock Hardy did come back and cradle him and pin him, and that's a very like Brock Hardy thing to do. But just it to my eye, it looks like Brock Hardy is still really good, but not getting better compared to last year.
So, from the Tumblr context, this is like he's no longer a
He's
finalist or
returning
he's no
from
longer in AA.
no longer a finalist in the Tumblr context. I'd say like ceiling to me it feels like seventh right now.
Ooh, dang. All
For
right.
him, that would be a little bit of a tumble.
That's a tumble for sure.
And I also put Cornell on the list. I know that there was a a pin in that duel where the Greg Giacomo was winning that match and then he got pinned. And then there was another injury default and 12 points in a duel like is a big deal.
For sure.
But Cornell, I just feel like traditionally, like every time it looks like they have a really good team, what ends up happening is they have three top three guys and then not a great team.
Yeah, it was going to be like second semester, they're going to be a trophy team, right?
Right.
And then they lost to Columbia. Like, those two things can't be true, right?
Right.
There's in no world does that. And that's not any diss on Columbia, obviously. You know, they're on our Rumbler list and we're following them and we're happy and excited that they're doing well. But, like, you know, it's, yeah, I would agree. Um,
Yeah.
but they could have a great tournament. I mean, they have a few guys that could
Yeah,
really, you
they
know,
have a trophy on a run team. If
right.
everyone goes on a run, they have a trophy team. But oof, like losing to Columbia and they lost to Arizona State. Arizona State's good, but
Arizona State's got
you
holes.
can't-
I mean,
yeah, they got holes, and at some point, I mean, if you're a top five team, like why are you losing to everyone?
right. We'll have to bring in Cornell Kevin and get the scoop on what's going on there
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I got some stuff from Cornell Kevin that we got to discuss on the Wednesday
All
show.
right, save that for Wednesday. All right, awesome. Well, like I said, our wrap ups are pretty quick. Just like to hit the high notes. Super excited for next weekend. I'm gonna go to. I gotta work in Illinois this week, but then driving back Thursday, and then I didn't get to any duels this weekend. Still kind of nasty weather, but I got Penn State Michigan Friday.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be a blast. So I'm head out to Ann Arbor on Friday. Get the live report. Find out if I can goad Braden Davis into like throwing something at me or something like that. Yeah.
Get
So excited
get
for
a
that,
chance
and
to-
we got a lot of great wrestling. It was a super fun weekend. But that's all I got. Give these people some time back, man. They're on their fourth hour of podcasting, so appreciate everyone who jumped in. And Roy, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Hey, don't forget, toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.